Hey guys, going to set up my next diamond painting and thought some of you might be interested in just how I do that. This is my next one. My printer is running out of ink, so that's why I don't know if it's coming across, but it's kind of orange, printed out orange. I took a photo of the canvas and then printed that out so I could double check my inventory after I did the unboxing video. So, okay, set that to the side. I've already gone through and labeled my little jars. What I did was I've got the number on the chart, the symbol, which I cut out from another printout and stuck on, and that one printed out yellow, so I need to get some more ink for my printer. And then the DMC number underneath. So I've got 1 to 30 here, and there are 30 colours in this chart. So what I tend to do is pour as many into the jar as I can, and then whatever's left I just leave in the little baggies and top it up as I go. There's not too many of most of these colours, so they may all fit, but we will see how we go. Okay, pull out our first one. I love this yellow. Also, I'm recording on my digital camera this time to see if that's any better quality, so hopefully it works. Okay, so number 6, 45. So I found the easiest way after lots of spilling is to pour them into the tray and then pour them into the jar. Now I saw a rogue one in here. It's a different colour. Put him to the side. We've got a nice big bit of trash there. Other than that, they actually look pretty good. Some have a bit of almost like another colour mixed in with them, but they don't seem too bad. I don't know why either in my head. For some reason I thought the squares were bigger than the rounds. I don't know why, but when I got my first square design I was like, oh my goodness, they're so tiny. You can fit a little bit more in the container. Okay. So I'll just leave the rest in this little bag and top it up if I need to while I'm doing the painting. Number 7. I have another set of 30 of these jars. I've also seen the ones on AliExpress that they come in like a carry case. You can get 30 or 60 little jars in it, and it comes in like a zip-up carry case. And look, I'm spilling them everywhere already. But I'm actually interested in getting one of them because I think I do have one design that's like 40 something colors, and I thought instead of carrying around 2 of these cases with the jars in them, I could just get the one zip-up case and just use that. So maybe when AliExpress has their big sale I can get that. Because my budget at the moment is going on Christmas gifts. I don't actually have that many people to buy for in my family, but I do tend to spoil people, especially my nephew. And I've got another baby nephew as well this year to spoil, so That should be fun. Oh, I'm doing well. I have hand tremors, and then I think it's a side effect of one of my medications, but every now and then I'll also get like a hand spasm where it'll just do whatever it wants to do. I've dropped my phone many times because of it. Thankfully I've got a really good case on my phone. Yeah, it can be a bit of a pain, especially when you're trying to do something with precision. And this one's got quite a few little rogue beads in there. I think it's Ella of Kicking Cancer's Butt and Diamond Painting, who has the theory that they're having parties and going back and forth between different factories. I like that. I think I'm overfilling this is the problem. Yes. Okay, smaller batches. I do apologise for the state of my desk as well. I do a lot of painting, or at least I was. I sort of got a bit of artist block and turned to diamond painting for a while, and now I've fallen in love with that. But yeah, there's paint marks, and I think that was from my X-Acto knife. So it's not dirt, it's just paint specks. 21. Sort of don't know what to talk about while I'm doing this. I usually just sit in silence. Or I have YouTube videos going. Been kind of addicted to watching diamond painting unboxings lately. Seeing what everyone gets and sort of what styles of paintings they enjoy, and everyone seems to have their own individual, I guess, tastes when it comes to pictures, which is fair enough. Like, I'm not a huge fan of sort of flowers and just sort of, you know, like there's a lot of those sort of pictures of cottages or gardens or things like that. I'm not a huge fan of those. I prefer like the abstract stuff or the really bright, colourful stuff. I love skulls, dragons, wolves, those sorts of things. But I still enjoy seeing what other people get and the completed works, and because sometimes, like, I have seen, you know, a flower painting that someone got and I actually quite liked it and surprised myself. So yeah, it's always good to see what other people are interested in. Oh, nearly dropped the bag. That could have been messy. Especially with a small dog hovering around who just loves to pounce on things he knows he shouldn't have. You would think by the age of 7 he would have grown out of the puppy phase, but apparently not. Oh my goodness. My hands. I do actually have one of those USB vacuum cleaners for any major spills that happen. Thankfully that hasn't happened yet, touch wood. But yeah. Sometimes I just don't want to. Alright, I'm not going to risk overfilling that. I'll pop these back in the bag. So So looking at the bags that I've managed to empty, it can hold around 700, 800 drills. Anything over that seems to be getting close to filling it, so it's not too bad. So I was a little worried when I first bought these jars that there wouldn't be enough space in them, because they are very small. But I tend to forget just how small the drills are themselves. I'm hoping the lighting is okay too. I've got the camera up a bit too high for me to see the screen on the back, and it is about 10 past 8 at night at the moment. So I've got the overhead lounge room lights on, but I've also got my desk light, which is oh gosh, I can't think of the brand now. Is it OttLight? Something? It's supposed to be sort of a daylight, natural type light, but I don't know, it just seems more fluorescent to me. Sometimes these lids just don't want to go on straight. Number 15. So I'm excited to start this painting. It's actually my first square painting. What am I doing? I'm meant to put it in the tray. Oh, that worked out okay. I get distracted very easily from my tasks. I don't know if you'd call it brain fog, or if I think of something and I don't do it exactly that minute, that's it, it's gone, and I'll remember it 2 weeks later, which is very frustrating, especially now that I live on my own, because I'll think of something that I wanted to tell my parents, and you know, I used to live with them, and I could just sort of look at my mum across the room and say it to her, but now it's like I've got to wait till, you know, in the morning when I see them, and by then I've usually forgotten what it was. But this colour seems a bit static, so hopefully it won't be too much of an issue. I've seen people say putting dryer sheets in with them. I don't actually have dryer sheets, so might be something I'll have to look for. $26. I need to repaint my nails. I find I have no patience to do it anymore. I mean, I don't mind painting them, but I have no patience to sit around and wait for them to dry fully. So I'll often, you know, go do something and then get annoyed when they get chipped or smushed or something. I used to use those nail stickers, but I ran out of them. I used to only use the cheapy ones. And sometimes they didn't last any longer than a nail painting, so I'd love to try the is it shellac nails, but a little bit out of my budget. And then there's the fact that, you know, you have to go back every couple of weeks and get it fixed up, and usually I just don't bother wearing nail polish, but then I find if I don't have nail polish on, I bite my nails. Oops. As long as there's some form of paint on my nails, I won't chew on them. But if you take that paint away, then it's fair game. It's one of my nervous habits. Another nervous habit is my feet and legs are always bouncing. I rarely can sit still, even at night when I'm going to sleep. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice there. Yeah, even when I'm going to sleep, my legs will be tapping away. I play with my jewelry a lot when I'm nervous. Like if I wasn't doing this right now with my hands, I would be twisting my bracelets, and if I had rings on, I'd be spinning my rings, and because I do actually have some pretty severe anxiety issues, which I find a lot of, like, I don't mean to generalize and say everybody that does diamond painting has anxiety, but I think a lot of people out there maybe do, because, like, if they're anything like me, I find it helps with my anxiety. Part of my anxiety is that my brain just keeps going and going and going. I find it very hard to quiet it. And so to sit down and focus on something like this, it actually gives me a break from my brain. You know, it just lets me focus on something other than whatever I'm currently worrying about, which lately is usually money. Oops, it goes again. So Halloween's coming up. We don't really do a lot for Halloween here. Some of the kids in the neighborhood will dress up and go around door to door, but not many. It's not a huge thing here, which is a shame because I think it'd be really cool. But I have been buying Halloween decorations, but mainly just skulls and skeletons, and I plan to leave them up all year. I got a cat and a dog skeleton recently from Big W. They're on my front porch. And then just the other day I went to Aldi and they had these little sugar skull statues in the garden, so I grabbed 2 of those. So I think one section of my garden is just going to be skulls and skeletons and that sort of thing. Hopefully that doesn't make the Australia Post people too scared to deliver my China mail. The main holiday that I love is Christmas. I love, like, seeing the decorated houses. We usually will dedicate one night in December to just driving around the area, looking at everyone's Christmas lights. And I just like Christmas itself, you know, spending time with my family, giving people gifts. It's not, for me, I know it sounds cheesy, but for me it's not really about getting gifts, it's more about giving them. I like, you know, I like trying to find gifts that, how did I go again? Find gifts that are a bit different, or, you know, that not everyone would have seen in a shop. So I used to do a lot of my Christmas shopping on eBay. It's, yeah, I like seeing people's faces when they open a gift, and it's not, you know, what you would normally expect. Like, I know my 8-year-old nephew this year wants a lot of Fortnite stuff, because he really loves that game at the moment. So it's actually not as easy as I thought it would be to find Fortnite items. You know, I thought they would have been everywhere, but apparently not. And it's always hard to buy for people too, because in my family nobody ever knows what they want. You know, I'll ask people what do they want for Christmas, and they're like, oh, I don't know. Or you get a joke response. So it's like, you know how you can buy those little joke gifts, like the jar of nothing. Maybe I need to start looking at things like that. And then I tend to buy gifts for animals as well, which is probably a bit strange. But we've got the dog who lives with me. Then we have 2 cats who are in the main house with my parents. And then like my brother and his wife have got a dog, a cat, 1,000,001 rabbits. So, you know, usually I'll buy them like a toy or a treat or something. But yeah, I just like watching people unwrap their gifts on Christmas. And then we usually have a barbecue for Christmas, because, you know, the last few years it's actually been pretty warm weather, and that's always good. You know, we go a little bit fancier and get some fancier stuff to put on the barbecue and make some salads. And oh, that is a pretty colour. That is gorgeous. 3804. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to Christmas this year. Even if it does get a bit stressful beforehand. We haven't got many colours left. This is going a bit quicker than I thought. There's that nice bright orange. 741. There's a lot of colours in this kit that I haven't seen before, so again, I've skipped the tray. It's probably less mess this way. Oh well. Number 10. That bag didn't want to open it. I'm always terrified I'm going to pull too hard on the Ziploc and it's just going to split the bag open and drool's going to fly everywhere. Which I'm sure will happen one day. I really hope it turns out that I don't hate square drills, because I'm in trouble if I do. I've got this painting and 4 others in my stash that are square drill. And then I can't quite remember if I know I ordered some more rounds, but I can't remember if I did order some squares as well. I think I'm just a little worried that I'm going to get too, like, try to be too much of a perfectionist with them lining up. Even though from what I've seen of other people's videos, you know, the more you put down around a drill, the more they'll line up. But yeah, sometimes I tend to get a bit picky about it lining up. I'm not sure if I'll get started on this one tonight or if I'll wait till tomorrow. Sorry if my bracelet's banging on the desk, it's a bit loud too. I'll have to check that. I've just gotten used to the noise over the years. Looks like we've got about 5 colours left. This is a nice, almost minty green colour. I find it interesting too how when you're working on a painting up close, it doesn't look like anything. Like the 5 panel that I was working on that I actually completed today, you know, I'd be working up close on a panel and it looked like nothing. I mean, it was nice colours and everything, but it just didn't make any sense. But then when I lay it out and step back and look at it, it's like, oh, okay. You know, I can see a window there and like, I think there were little mushrooms in it. And, you know, it's amazing how they work like that. And I think it's hard not to be critical of it when you know, basically got your nose glued to it for however many hours you've been working on it. So it's always good to step back. I think that applies to any art, really. I know when I was doing my painting and things like that, I'd often look at something and think it was horrible, and then I'd step back and it would be okay, or someone else would look at it and say it looked okay. I mean, we're all our own worst critics when it comes to art, so you know, I often think a lot of my stuff is rubbish. And other people think it's fine, so I really hope too that this one doesn't have the popping drill issue, being a Huacan. I mean, they look okay. I'm not seeing any with, like, you know, little jagged pieces on the side, or the bottoms seem flat. So they may have fixed the problem. I don't think they're all going to fit in there. Nice bright red. Sounds a bit staticky as well, which, you know, static doesn't really bother me. And that makes sense. They're stored in plastic. They are plastic, so I'd be more concerned about oily ones. Apologies about that, my camera shut off on its own for some reason. Even though we're done, but I did just want to say thank you for watching. Feel free to hit the like button or the dislike button, leave a comment, suggestion, random thought, crazy quote, whatever you feel like. And if you want to subscribe, you can do that as well. And I'll see you in future videos. Thank you. Bye bye.